Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well today. I'm going to do my top 5 UK holdings right now, and then I'll tell you my updated thoughts on what they potentially could be in 2025. And this is going to be for the UK stocks. So a couple of days ago I did the US version and I said, do you want to see the UK version? A lot of you guys said yes. So if you want the US version, go check that one out. And for you guys that wanted the UK version, this one's for you today. Hope you enjoy it. Hit the like button. Let's get started. Now, if you do want to see when I buy or sell any of these UK stocks, join the Patreon. That's where I post what I'm buying and selling on in real time on there. And as well as that, there's 2 exclusive videos a week. I'm going to try do the live Q&A session in about half an hour on there. So if you do want the exclusive videos and support the channel, links in the description, £6 a month. And if you do want to start investing, join Trading 212. That's personally the investing platform that I use. I think it's the best one out there, and that's where I buy all of these shares on. So the UK stocks is slightly different from the US ones because there are a lot less growth stocks, but also a lot of them have been battered compared to the UK stocks. The US stocks. The US stocks have been absolutely flying. Obviously, everything's good out there. Growth is good. We don't have a reckless government, believe it or not, even with Trump in power. In the UK, obviously, it's totally the opposite. We've got a government at the moment that's very much against growth in the economy and basically wants to raise taxes by hurting all the businesses in the UK. So obviously all the businesses are suffering right now, especially all those ones that have a lot of employees. So a common theme here is that you'll see I'm trying to buy a lot of retail stocks, but also a lot of them have been hurt a lot at the moment. So right now, my number one holding in the UK is B&M. Between the first, the second and the third holding that I'm about to show you, there is literally one buy in between them. So very quickly, the top 3 could move in and out of positions. I haven't actually, well I have, because I'm going to show you in a bit. I'm going to show you probably how I'm going to structure the top 5 going forward and which one will come probably in my preferred first position. I'll give you a little heads up. It isn't actually B&M, even though it's my number one holding right now. Like I said, there's not much in between them at the moment. But B&M is currently my largest one. I've been quite aggressively buying into this. Bought a starter position a couple of months ago. I think it was about November time, and since I started buying in November time, the stock's fallen like 16%. So I've already like doubled my position once, and then I've also nearly doubled it again during that time frame. So yeah, very aggressively buying during this time frame here. And yeah, I really like B&M at these levels. 9 times earnings. I think it's like 8 times forward earnings. You get a nice dividend, 4%. If you actually add the chunky dividend that you'll get from the special dividend, it's actually towards an 8-9% dividend yield. Still growing at very good rates. I like B&M. So yeah, obviously been buying that one up. Second place at the moment is JD Sports. I cannot believe how low JD Sports has fallen. JD Sports is now lower than where it was during the 2022 situation, where it was looking a lot worse than that. And it's actually lower now than where it was during the COVID, which I can't believe it. You know, when all that fear was out there, all the shops were stuck. The share price is now lower than that time frame, which is just bonkers. It shows you how low it is. And let's go back to 2021. Since then, the stock has lost 63%. Since 2023, the stock has lost 55%. It's just, I cannot believe how low this is. 13 times earnings. It's like 6 times forward earnings. A little bit of a dividend yield, and obviously plenty of growth in Europe and the US. And so I'm down 11% right now on B&M. JD Sports, I'm currently down spot on 20% at the moment. Gaming Realms is my third position at the moment. Gaming Realms is like a bit like an iGaming company that supplies games to DraftKings, Flutter, all the gaming companies under like the brand of like Slingo, for example. They do a couple of other things as well, which is probably worth shouting out. And yeah, 16 times earnings. I think it's like 11 times earnings on the forward P. 17% revenue growth, 31% net income growth. I just, you know, this is a premium company on the UK markets, and it's 16 times earnings, 11 forward times earnings. It just doesn't make sense. So yeah, I'm a fan of this one. The only thing that makes me nervous about buying much more of it is just because I've already got like Evolution in the portfolio. I've still got DraftKings in the portfolio. If I didn't have them guys, I'd probably be willing to make this probably my largest holding, to be fair. Number 4 is Money Group. And by the way, on Gaming Realms, I'm up currently 2% on that position. Money Group, I'm down 17% on. Comparison site, nice dividend, 6%. Cheaper value than what it normally historically has been at. This has normally been like 18, 19 times earnings, currently 13 times earnings. Waiting for the energy price switching market to come back and also interest rate cuts to come, whether that will happen or not. So yeah, that's number 4. Currently down about 17% on that one. And number 5 is a stock that I've had for many years in the portfolio, but I keep averaging up from when I first started buying it in 2020 when the stock was 28p. That buy is up 224%, but I average up a lot, and right now I'm actually up 20% on Card Factory at the moment. And yeah, very good update. Don't know how it's still not at its 52 highs, 7 times earnings, 6 times earnings forward basis. Dividend yield of 6%. The recent financials were good. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Card Factory. And yeah, that is my current top 5 holdings. So going into 2025, is there going to be any changes to those top 5 holdings? Well, yeah, there is. There's a lot more changes than the US probably. So number 1, I do plan to get JD Sports to my largest position. I think when I look at retail stocks, this is the most undervalued because it still has very good growth, even with Nike having its issues that it is doing and all the other companies in this sector, and yet it's outperforming them. And also it's probably the cheapest. This is 6 times forward earnings. When I showed you B&M, it's 8 times forward earnings, but JD is cheaper and it's also got better growth than B&M. So obviously not the dividend, but I think the share price is more undervalued than B&M. So that will probably come my largest position, I feel like, this year with more buys. And also I'm down more on JD Sports as well. Next one, I do expect Gaming Realms to come my second largest position. I just think I can't understand. If this gets to 11 times forward earnings, I think someone's going to buy it out. The only thing that doesn't make me put it in my number 1 position is just because I've got quite big exposure already in the space that it's in. If it wasn't, I'd probably go to number 1. So yeah, I probably will be buying up Gaming Realms more and more. Next one is B&M. So B&M will go probably from first. So JD and Gaming Realms will probably overtake B&M, and then B&M will come third. But I still think it's a great opportunity. So I will carry on buying B&M as I think it is good value. Next one is Card Factory. So I do expect Card Factory to get to a bigger position than Money Supermarket. I just think that even though I'm up on the position, I don't mind averaging up because I think the company probably should be like 12 times, 13 times earnings, and I collect a nice dividend as well. I think already the stock should be probably back to where it was in September time at £1 range. It should probably at least be £1.20 right now. So, and I thought the update and the partnerships have been doing very good. So that probably also overtaking Money Group. And then number 5 will be a new stock that wasn't mentioned. I expect Audioboom to maybe take that position. I think this company has done very well. The only thing that maybe will stop it is that I want it to have a dip. And certainly right now it's not kind of having a dip. But if this was to have a 10-20% pullback, I will top up on Audioboom and push it over Money Group. And yeah, obviously I'm a big fan of this one. I made many videos of it already on the YouTube side of it. And that would probably mean that Money Group does leave my top 5 holdings. Not that I've given up on it, just the fact that I've already got a position I'm quite happy with. And as well, the catalysts that I thought were going to come in 2025, like the energy switching market and interest rate cuts. I don't think interest rates cuts are probably going to come in 2025, so that probably will hurt them. And also, I don't think the energy market will come back in 2025, so that will hurt them as well. So there's not very much a catalyst for them just yet. Don't get me wrong, if it changes, if the catalysts do come back, I'll go, actually, you know what, I am going to start buying up Money Group. So it could happen, but I'm going to wait for those catalysts now rather than just buying it blindly. Whereas with these guys, all the other top 5, JD Sports, I think have been doing pretty decent financials. Sure, there was a profit warning slightly, but it shouldn't be down at 6 times earnings. And the financials have still been growing in the right direction. Gaming Realms is just absolutely ridiculous. This stock blows my mind why it's so cheap. It shouldn't be 11 times forward earnings. So yeah, that is just incredibly cheap. B&M, yeah, there's been a few issues, but the last update was actually all right considering, as well the valuation. So that doesn't make sense. Card Factory, bonkers. I don't know why this is anywhere because their numbers are actually really good. And then Audioboom, can't complain about Audioboom to be fair because I am up on that one a good amount and it has been reacting to the financials on the share price. So I can't complain about Audioboom. That's the one that kind of actually makes sense on the list. So yeah, these 4 just are way too cheap for me. And that's why I'm willing to get them up to them sort of levels. And like I said, Money Group just depends on the catalyst. I don't want to blindly buy that without the catalyst anymore. But I'm willing, if it changes, I'm willing to change my buying, where I'm allocating a lot of my buys to. But that's my current top 5, and that's probably the top 5 that I'll end with this year, and also what I'm up and down on these positions. Compared to the US stocks, you'll see that I'm a lot more actively buying my top 5 in the UK markets because obviously the UK markets have been crushed a lot more than the US markets. So yeah, I'm seeing a lot more opportunity there, and that's probably why you're seeing more of the active top 5 at the moment. So yeah, that's my top 5 UK holdings right now, and also what it potentially could change to. Hope you enjoy it. Like I said, hopefully I'll see you on a Patreon live Q&A session later. If not, I'll see you tomorrow on the YouTube channel, where I'm going to talk about a stock that I have completely sold out of. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in a bit.